Christmas is coming and we have a Christmas prophecy, which I want to share in today's video. But we are not only going to look at the Christmas prophecy. We got some new confirmations about Shiba Inu, and I want to give you a technical picture as well on how to offload Shiba Inu token in a case of a crazy flash pump, because not every exchange actually allows you to set these high sell orders. And there's even an exchange, guys, where we've already seen a flash pump, which I will share in today's video as well. And as always, guys, I will leave a link to the original video down below in the description if you want to see that. We are going to watch a video of Eric's New World TV where he talks about a vision he had. It's published 2 years ago about Christmas and crazy flash pumps.
I've seen things happen in advance, sometimes months, sometimes years in advance, and I'm like always shocked when I see it happen in real life. Some dreams are just a result of you eating too much ice cream and pizza, and there's really no meaning to them. But you know, I encourage everybody, if you do have a dream, take it to God to see if there is anything He's trying to say to you. So that out of the way.
This is also something, guys, I actually experienced firsthand as well, because I had definitely myself have some experiences with first having a dream and then seeing it really playing out in reality in our physical 3D world. But I also have some examples where I actually got a phone call from one of my friends who is not trading, who is not really busy with crypto, telling me that he dreamt about crypto, that he dreamt about Bitcoin doing a certain thing. And then the crazy thing is, like, a couple of weeks later, or a couple of days later, even, it was pretty quickly after, he told me that the exact scenario that he told me on the phone actually played out in the crypto price. It was super specific. He said very specific things, like it will go to 19,000 and then it will directly shoot up. And that's exactly what happened a couple of weeks later. So for me, I have definitely some experiences where I'm convinced that there could be a lot more to it, because the reality as we see it, the 3D reality, is for sure a very small understanding of the true reality that we most of the time cannot even perceive, right?
I had an interesting dream last night, and I was asleep, and I felt the urge while sleeping to get up early to check my phone, to look at my accounts, to see if there was any price movement on some of the cryptocurrencies that I purchased. And I didn't. I stayed, and I was lazy, and I wanted to sleep in. So in my dream, I woke up, I think it was like around 7 o'clock in the morning. I grabbed my phone, and it was, what I saw shocked me. I know everyone's seen the arrows, you know, the up or down arrows on a stock market price chart. So, but this was different. It looked like mountains of electricity, like a burst, like a big giant explosion. And all I saw was mountains. And the funny thing is, it looked like Christmas trees, but more than just Christmas trees, like mountains, and the arrows had branches like of a tree, like electric branches. So
Also, guys, one thing that I want to say about this video is when you hear Eric talking, you can really see that is, for me personally, that is genuine, that he has a lot of conviction. He really experienced this. That's what makes it so interesting. Also, the details that he is telling, like how he was sleeping in his dream, how he, the time and the thoughts that he had, the feelings that he had, and what he saw, is actually all pretty detailed.
So, but before my dream ended, I looked at my balance, and it said like $8, and it said 0 because it went down. So I'm like, oh man, I missed it, you know. And so I was telling somebody, see, look, I was showing a friend of mine the phone. I'm like, nobody believed me. Look at this. Look what happened. And in the dream, it was like I believed that everyone would get it, but not me, And so there was no big shock. I was disappointed, but it was no big shock. And I think a lot of people out there are doubting the promises of God, not believing that these things that were told to you directly, or someone came and gave you a message about the wealth transfer or what God is going to do for you. Some people just discount it as tomfoolery, but some people believe it, but they don't believe it for themselves. Listen, if God gave you a promise, if he confirmed it to you, it's going to happen. Yeah, Merry Christmas, but at the same time, be responsible with what God gives you, because it's not just for you, it's to help people. Everybody knows that there's a lot of bad things on the horizon in our economy, in so many other ways. So if he's bringing this wealth to you, remember there's a purpose attached to it. That's all I have to say. Take care. God bless.
So 100% true, beautiful last words. I just want to add a couple of things on top of that. Of course, the numbers that we are talking about in this wealth transfer are going beyond safety and comfort, right? I mean, safety and comfort you can reach quite easily, but the numbers we are talking about, these are beyond safety and comfort. So there has to be a purpose, there has to be a function where you can use that money for. Another thing that I want to share, guys, something insight that I had for myself as well, is that money amplifies your feeling state, what you have during the day. Are you very chaotic? Are you very reckless? A lot of money will make you more chaotic, more reckless. So in anticipation on getting this big amount of money, you should also work on your inner self and your feeling state. Make sure that that is peaceful, that is positive, because once the money arrives, that will amplify. So if you are stuck in substance abuse, if you are stuck in very unhealthy habits and it's very chaotic, there is no balance, then be careful, because be careful what you wish for, they say sometimes, because money will amplify that. Don't think, okay, I will improve once the money is there. No, that is also a lack of faith. You should already improve right now in anticipation, because you know that it is coming. Now, let's go to the exchanges, guys, because not every exchange, of course, allows you to sell Shiba Inu at these high price targets. And I can understand why already, because if we look at this exchange, BitUnix, which does not allow you to set these high sell orders here actually, and guys, for the ones that have a difficult timing in imagining how high the price of Shiba could go, it went on this exchange to 3 cents. This is crazy. This is not only visible here in the exchange, but also on TradingView. So if we go to TradingView and we have a look at Shiba Inu, this went on BitUnix exchange to 2.8 cents. That is a gain in a day. Like, this is how these candles are going to look, of 310,000%. That is what low liquidity can do, guys. That's what I'm saying, It is possible in crazy circumstances. I'm not talking about normal market circumstances right here. And it's probably will not only be Shiba as well. So, which exchanges do allow you to set these high sell orders? Well, guys, if you want, I have links to these exchanges down below in the description. You support the channel with using these links. Of course, all up to you. Maxi is an exchange where you can set the orders as high as you want. Yeah, guys, drop a like. Phoenix does it as well. BTCC does it as well, and I think BTCC is also in the Binance liquidity pool, which is very good because that means there's a lot of liquidity. Then we have BitGet as well. And these are most of the centralized exchanges that I found where you can set these high buy orders. Others might include Kraken, Qcoin, I heard can do as well. I personally have not used Qcoin in the past, but yeah, that's maybe possible as well. Another option, guys, is Apex Omni. Apex Omni is a decentralized exchange. Again, I will leave a link to this exchange down below in the description. You can join this exchange by having a MetaMask wallet. So you need a MetaMask wallet, you connect to this exchange, and they have a spot market too, where you can buy Shiba Inu, but also more importantly, where you can set these orders. I have, for example, order at 19 cents, as you can see right here, to take profit. And this is a decentralized exchange, which means that if the liquidity comes there, the order will be executed and you can just withdraw your funds. Because this exchange is a decentralized exchange, you have self-custody of your funds. So guys, that is another option what I highly would recommend, but this definitely takes a little bit of effort in understanding how this exchange works. I can just quickly share with you. Check right here on Shiba, right here, go to search token, go to Shiba, but then really make sure you click the Shiba with the right contract address. That is this one, 0x95CE. Then you come to this page. Here you have to transfer funds from your funding account to your spot account. Then you can buy with a market order, and then you can sell using a take profit when the price is or market cap is at a certain level. Then the order will go into the order book, and here you can say good till. So some orders will be valid for 1 day, some for 7 days, some for 30 days. That depends how long you want to have your order in. But this is probably one of the best ways to do it. So guys, another strange piece of news is this one. Just in 12 trillion US dollar, Charles Schwab says it will offer Bitcoin and Ethereum trading in early 2026. Well, the video that I showed the other day about the Shiba Inu prophecy, that girl, that woman also mentions Charles Schwab and witchcraft.
But he said the release of witchcraft, Charles Schwab. He said the release of witchcraft, Charles Schwab. And then I hear someone saying, Washington, D.C. right now, Biden. Washington, D.C. right now, Biden.
So this is what really makes it super interesting, is that this lady has said now a couple of things which really have came to fruition or is boiling up to fruition, right? So she talked about floods in the East. Well, I think right now is very clearly there are many floods in the East. It's like a really big thing at the moment in multiple countries. She said as well, the Gemini CEO will step down in 2022. Well, it happened in 2025. It might not be the Gemini that she meant, so maybe that's wrong, but it's still, the chances are pretty low. Now she talks about Charles Schwab witchcraft, and there is a piece of news that Charles Schwab, an institution, is going to be involved in crypto. That's another piece of the puzzle, right? Like going all together. Like I find this very interesting. And like I said earlier in this video, like you could see on the charts, like with low liquidity, crazy things can happen. And I'm not here to convince you, because you should check for yourself what's the best thing to do. So yeah, all of these things, guys, makes it all very interesting. Let me know in the comment section, because I get information from you by the comments as well, which I then can use for the videos again, which is super interesting, of course. So thank you for that. Also, guys, check out my second YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to my second YouTube channel down below in the description and in the pinned comment. Check it out, because there we talk more about this wealth transfer and the structure of this world and the time of this age, the zeitgeist, where have we been going through in the past 10, 20, 30 years, and how does that correlate with the collective consciousness where we are going through right now. I'm just sharing my ideas on this on that other channel. Also, guys, the second video on that other channel is about the calculations about when a jubilee year is coming, because I think it's pretty clear right now that the jubilee year is coming, and it's coming quite soon. So a lot of these things that we're talking about on this channel, like wealth transfer and all this stuff, it's not it should not be, from my perspective and my interpretation and my understanding, it is not a distant future event. It's really close by. And we started this video with this Christmas prophecy. Will it be this Christmas? Like, of course, I don't know. Nobody knows, right? I just like to share it and I like to talk with you guys about it. Yeah, it's closer than some might think. When I see some comments, people talking about 2035, 2040, 2050. No, I believe it's really close. I think a lot of things will happen not that long from now, maybe a couple of years, but it will happen pretty soon. So it's also a little bit on us to position ourselves and to prepare ourselves for these events, because if they come as a complete surprise, then you might not make the right decisions because you get overwhelmed by it. So I think the best attitude is, the winning attitude would be expect it to come like it's already there. And then if it doesn't come, then at least you have worked on yourself, worked on your feeling state, and you have expected great wealth, which I think cannot really have a negative impact on your life in any way. And if it does happen, which you prepare for, you're ready. That's what it's all about. Then you're ready. You know what to do. You have contacts. You know who to contact to maybe set up a good structure, right? You know who to contact to you want to give some funds to because you like that project, or you want to support this and this and this cause. You have these things lined out for yourself. You walk in clarity. That's important. You're not like, overwhelmed, confused, don't know what to do. Of course, safety and comfort comes first, but then you have to think about the next steps. That's just all that I want to give it to you in today's video. Think about it and let me know in the comment section what you think. And if you have more information about all of this, I would love to hear it. If you have dreams or anything, let me know in the comment section. We also have a community. It's called the Wealth Transfer Community. Down below, there's a link in the Discord. It's a very active community. Be careful when you join that you get some messages, DMs, some people impersonating me, trying to scam you. So be careful of that. But all in all, if you have any questions or want to connect with like-minded people, you can join this community. It's a very beautiful community with beautiful people. Okay, guys, that was it for today's video. Hope you have a great day and hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye-bye.